Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, gentle cars, and everybody of RSC. Tonight we have ourselves an elite matchup. But before we go into the elite matchup, on the desk we have producing Russ from the Elements, and then we right next to me I have my AGM Boa. How you doing today, Boa?
Doing good. A little EP, but just ready to watch two teams go at it. How about you?
I'm ready. I think we all get a little bit sleepy after playing Rocket League. Brain cells turn off, and I think that's what's happening to us. You get into that point in the season where you got to stay locked in, or get clapped. But the two teams we have today, we know them all from the Event Horizon. Event Horizon always does pretty good, in my opinion, the Elite, and that's Desolation versus our very own Elite, which is Immortals.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, both of these teams aren't as far away from each other as you think. Like 17 and 11, but that's only 6 games. And that's with an 0-4 on the last match day from Immortals. But if looking at some of these stats, I do see the records are a bit behind, but that's fine. Hold up. uh, You do see a lot more offense coming out of the Immortal side, but a lower shooting percentage, which of course means which you can see they're taking more shots, but they're not hitting as often.
Oh yeah, and that's always gonna be like a huge problem because I mean you can shoot 30 times, but if you only hit it the back of the net once and they shoot five and they hit it five, I mean that kind of determines the game a lot too. So I mean, looking at the Desolation side, we know the Mortals got 0 for their last match, but the Desolation side has went 2-2 in both their games. Both teams were actually, I think, a little bit higher than the Immortals. So I mean, it's not the end of the world. And they're also still 17 and 11. The Immortals are 11-17. That's not what you're seeing on the stat line. That's why the standings are a little bit, or the rankings and the power things all a little bit messed up right now. But I mean, I don't know. Do you think Desolation might have run into that 2-2 curse? You just can't shake it for a little bit.
Possibly, but one thing to keep in mind though, that Desolation will not have JNAT tonight. So we'll just have to see how they perform without them. I'm not sure like how vital of a person player they are, but it seems like they are pretty vital. I mean, 12 games, 7 goals, 22 shots, 7 assists, and 22 saves. Almost the highest on their team. Very key part of this team, it seems like.
Yeah, it seems like he keeps the ball like, moving around, keeps the midfield flowing. Like I said, you always have that one man that does a lot on both sides, but it's not really shown on the stat sheet. But I mean, we can't really sleep on Taz. He has 4 games, he has 3 goals, 9 shots. So I mean, he gets a little bit in on it. So it might be, I wouldn't say it would be the end of the world, but it looks like Taz will still fill that exact role of just kind of being there, making sure everything's moving smoothly, and not to get outpaced here by a Immortals team that likes to shoot a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they like to shoot a lot, but they're also pretty accurate with their shots. So it seems like they're putting high quality shots on net. But when you look at the World Warriors, of course, this team is very wrong now. But so Mochi and Might are no longer on the team, but we have Lad and SirPeakz. But Nahzey and Ahmed are still on the team, being front runners, of course. Like Nahzey with 20. Oh my gosh. 21 goals, 54 shots, a 38 shooting percentage, 12 assists, and 36 saves. I mean, in an absolute unit on the field. It's like,
Absolute unit indeed. And like I said, we do have 2 new players on the roster. Like we got Peaks, but I think Peaks is the only one lad is not going to be here, so they're not going to have any substitutions.
Glad it's
But
here.
Peaks is also. Oh, I didn't see him hop in, but I know Peaks has a pretty good stellar record, even though it wasn't the best the last time going around. But I mean, again, I don't know. When somebody's piling on that many shots, eventually something has to break. And I think when you have a new team playing against a team with a super sub, this is where we get to see the peaks of like those new players coming in.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't wait to see it. And I believe we do not have everyone. I'm blind. Yes, we do. We have everyone in here. And I mean, before we like say anything to them, what, in your non-biased opinion, because you'd never be a biased person, I know that. How do you see the series going?
Uh, I'm gonna chop it up to a 2-2, and this isn't because they've been 2-2ing the last one. We just like I said, we got 4 games out of Taz, and to be honest, that's just not enough games to be like, yeah, this guy can fill that role, even if it's just for one night. So I think the first game he'll come off shaky, and then like I said, we'll see that player just come into fruition, and eventually those last 2 games will just flourish. So I'm looking at World Wars jumping to 2, and then next, Event Horizon living up to their record, living up to their name right now, and then rising to that occasion, getting the 2 wins back on them.
Yeah, I think I'm also gonna go 2-2 out of respect, but I think they could 3-1 this team if they just put their head down and start clicking as a team. Still a newer roster, so we'll have to see how fast that happens.
Yeah,
But if you
getting
have
them.
nothing else,
Yeah, no, getting them into the lobby right now. They're all starting to load in here. Like I said, I think the first game, like I said, going to my prediction is going to be the Warriors, but I don't think no one's going to play defensive here. I think we're going to go like 3-2, 4-2. And here we go. We got Frost kicking off versus, I believe that is going to be SirPeakz, and ball goes up in the air. Nas has to be a little bit careful here because he has somebody coming through, gets a flick up, but lands very awkwardly. Blue's already on the attacking half. And Blue is starting to try to press down, but ball is up. SirPeakz gets a flip reset, tries to get back to it, uses it for a 50 ball here. And so far, Blue is keeping him out of half. Uh-oh, Taz has to hurry up and get to it. Almost lost everything and then some. And so far, it's a battle of the midfield, but right now, Blue's going to go straight up. Cost, can he do it himself? Goes for the double 50, can only beat one. And right now, Blue is right now having a lot of offensive pressure, but we can see the cracks in their play style right now where there's always a little, oh, there's an awkward demo right there. But going back to it, Blues putting a lot of offensive pressure, but we can see the cracks where there's like this slither of hope that if they connect this pass that it goes in.
oh, and a great opportunity there. Ahmed just opening the field up. SirPeakz kind of breaking in rotation there, but we'll just have to see. Because, like you said, this Desolation team is putting a lot of pressure, but the Immortals are not breaking to it. So if they can keep just holding firm and waiting for an opening to appear, like this could be an easy goal for them.
D&D right now, Nahzey has like 10 boosts. Now he has like 3 boosts in the tank. I don't know what you can do with 3. But so far, Ahmed's going to have to help. Gets the ball poked away. Yeah, I think that's KOS is grabbing the ball. It gets almost demo for his efforts. The ball is stolen away by SirPeakz. And so far, it's just a back and forth of who's trying to be more annoying. And Blue is chasing down Nahzey. One player got in his face. The other one went for the 50. And so far, it's just a trade-off demo. That's the second one from Nahzey, who goes for players who are trying to harass his teammates. That's over one, and the next one's gonna bounce off the bar. Taz gets back in time off the spawn, but now we got a free net, but tapped away again by Desolation. That's FrostBeard. Gonna take it all the way out and get it out. And so far, Desolation is proving to be a defensive fortress right now.
Yeah, I mean, both sides are playing an incredible defense, especially for the offensive pressure coming off of them both. But could we see cracks start to form as they SirPeakz taking it in the corner, gets a pinch out. Ahmed touches it, tries to look for a second, but Frost is just waiting there. Gets us another KOS. Goes for follow, and it is a great pass out of KOS to FrostBeard, who's just waiting there and perfectly strikes on the opportunity.
Perfect opportunity indeed. And this is double, kind of throws Nahzey off with FrostBeard canceled because he was actually gonna go for air dribble, but I believe got called off. So he uses that jump to shoot down instead of bounce upwards. And then it pays off. He waits for it. Ahmed takes out KOS. Nahzey's gonna have free real estate, but Taz gets up very quickly here. Taps the ball in the air, throws FrostBeard off for a little bit. KOS has to get a touch here. That's gonna be dangerous. You got 2 players prowling. And so far, Orange is trying to get back with FrostBeard's gonna demo 1. Taz is really awkward there. Ahmed, it was awkward, couldn't get to the ball. Peakz misses the 100, goes for the flip, and now Taz gets the 100, but gets beat out, but gets the second 50 in. Ball's up in the air, but can he get back up to it? No, he can't. Nahzey gets dunked almost into his own net. So far, Blue's got him scrambling. Ahmed gets a demo. SirPeakz is going to hold what he has. Goes for the flick, gets to 50. We got a double commit from almost both sides, but one of them veered away. And FrostBeard's going to try to take it with 31. What are you going to do? Go for a dribble. Catches it. Gets demo for his effort again by Ahmed. And Nahzey gets away. Ahmed gets another one. Here comes SirPeakz. Can't get it in time. And so far, it looks like the World Warriors went from going down by 1-0 and are trying to get back into this by just trading demos off of them.
Yeah, I mean, a complete shift in the way they were playing. We saw barely any demos coming out of them before that goal was scored. Now they've demoed multiple times, but that's a shot by Taz, and Nahzey's just not able to get there. Great pass by Frost, honestly, just to get that right to a teammate. Knows where they are.
And what a slide. Just enough out of Nahzey's reach. 2-0, 1:15 to play. Not the end of the world. I'm going to go through the kitchen sink yet. They win this kickoff. This one might be a battle one, just close in the middle, but KOS gets to it in time. Ahmed waiting for it, tries to put a hand up, gets a hand on it. Nahzey's going to wait for it. Corrals in the middle, looking for a sidewall double, gets a sidewall double. Ahmed harassed FrostBeard and took his boost, so FrostBeard has to go chasing for boost. Gets over one. Here comes SirPeakz. Gets a dunk through another. Here comes Ahmed to chase him around. Can't get there in time. Now it's going to be an open net. It's a double demo. It's open in the back. And it looks like Desolation is calling game.
Yeah, I mean, FrostBeard with 100% goal participation so far, and playing incredible hard soccer right now.
Incredible soccer indeed. And again, being able to withstand those type of demos, especially two in the midfield, and not like, you know, down from it right now. Ahmed is just bullying, and that's going to be a shot from behind. Nahzey, and the aggressiveness finally comes out for him. And 3-1. And while we're speaking on the aggressiveness, Ahmed knocking KOS off, which throws everybody for a loop, and Nahzey puts it behind him.
Yeah, and I mean, 40 seconds left. You can definitely get 2 goals here. But they have to be very efficient with their time, very knowing of how much time they have left and how much they're putting towards each shot. We'll see how they take it, see if they're able to do it. But SirPeakz gets the ball hit away. Nahzey going for the follow. Ahmed not quite able to get that. FrostBeard gets bumped. Nahzey with low boost. Ooh, and that is an awkward play from this team. Nahzey's going to spawn right there. Gets the boost taken from KOS. Passes it towards the middle for Taz. And that is a triple commit into a backboard. Into KOS again. And that is a goal. Holy, 1, 2, 3.
The immense pressure, and they almost got away with one because the shot went high, but call it a calculated pass. Everybody's awkward, little to no boost except one player, and that one goes into the top of the net. 4-1 with 7 seconds. Unless there's a 100-mile-per-hour pinch, we're not going to see much going on here except maybe a trash time goal. And right now, I'm just trying to get to Nahzey. Just let it roll. Desolation will take game 1 and take it convincingly. But I mean, as bad as the scoreline is showing at a 4-1, the game was actually a lot closer. But Desolation, again, actually they're taking more shots than Immortals, but they're putting them in the back of the net. But it's all these it's the light touches, the slight plays that just gets them behind you. And it's one of those annoying ones where you think you got them, is that last touch of that Finnick ball or Finnick card that just pushes the ball in the middle or beats you out, and then like it just builds up over time.
Yeah, but it's just that constant pressure of somebody being on the ball, and it throws them off. I mean, it even happens in Rival, and I've seen it in Shell as well. Just somebody staying on the ball constantly, but not in a ball chasing way, but just to throw the other team off. And it's working very well for this Desolation team. We'll see how Immortals can combat that. I think if they kind of play a little bit more patient or full send, they have to pick one. They can't play like off and on like they have been. But we'll see.
We'll see indeed. And even though Ahmed traded 4 demos, FrostBeard got 5 back. They both have 7 across the board. So I mean, it's not like they're both not like one's overpowering the other physically. It's just they're doing theirs just a little bit better here. And with the kickoff, we got Frost versus SirPeakz. Game 2, new game. What can go on? So far as a demo by Ahmed, that one was by mistake though. He went for the flip. FrostBeard, oh, that ball skipped just enough off the wall to where he just zooms by it instead of actually getting that touch. Like he was going to try to carry it around. And so far, Orange doesn't have any boost. That might be a bad pass. Ahmed actually stole the 100 boost, steals another 100 boost. There's only one player with boost right now, and that's going to be Taz trying to get back to it. Kenny Solo, with no boost, goes up again, gets denied. And if Taz would have pulled that play off, that would have been the greatest magician play we've ever seen. But now the double tap goes just above by KOS. And Blue putting on the counterattack here.
Yeah, and I mean, oh, could be something there, but not quite. It seems like very heavy shades of the first game, a very high starting game. But we'll see if this pressure can continue for both sides. And that should be a shot on net, but it just isn't. SirPeakz gets a clear from midfield and almost finds the back of the net, but just a little wide onto the post. AOS is up in the air, gets a touch, gets another, gets the flip reset, but SirPeakz is shutting that down.
Shutting it down indeed. It looks like Blue's trying to keep it. Taz goes over one, tries to pop it up to KOS. KOS goes back down to Taz. And it looks like that was going to be the play right there. Ahmed loses the 100 boost. Blue's slowly trying to starve him out. Frost thought he was going earlier than that. He got it wrong here. And so far, the ball is going all the way up and over. KOS has to try to get it. KOS is going up, goes for the ceiling reset, gets over one. Nahzey gets the read. SirPeakz looks like he's going to try to help out here. Ahmed sitting on low boost, gets the ball back up into the air. They're playing out of this corner. Eventually, something's got to give. Frost trying to get back out and puts it in the middle. There's no one there. Taz never tried to turn on. He's playing defense right now. Puts it right off the backboard awkwardly. The ball's going in. Here comes Orange. That's going to be a block from FrostBeard. Here comes another SirPeakz. Just wants to keep them awkward. Nahzey gets KOS off the ball. KOS trying to stay on the ball with no boost. They don't know that. He's looking for the infield pass, trying to draw one in. And there's a steal across the net. Uh-oh. There's going to be a lot of pressure here from Orange, but it's only in the midfield. They're not generating enough shots, but they are holding on to the ball. Now, as I was saying that, they're trying to get it back, and now they're back onto what they were doing.
Yeah, and we're almost at 2.5 minutes left here, which will be our halfway point. And we just see no goal score. I tried stopping my sentence, and it worked. No cast occur. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, game. But no, I mean, I was gonna say that late, and they still hadn't scored, but we did see our first goal coming out of Desolation, and it was a great angle, honestly. Frost has been the determining factor for this team, it seems like. So we'll see how they go.
It seems like Frost has taken over. I would say, oh, he got chased out, and Nahzey's going to have one for free. And that one, as we were talking, Frost had to read the ball or the player. Chose to try to jump over and get that last second touch and misses it. And that's going to be 1-1. And I don't know if I was Immortals right now. I'll get behind the demo plays, specifically when Ahmed's on the ball. And right here, we got a 50 ball beats round one. SirPeakz just dusts him, puts it in, and Moa, you might have cast a curse Frost here because you praised him and then he's got to beat twice. One of them wasn't his fault. The second one just got outplayed.
I mean, FrostBeard is probably the best player on this team. KOS says no. Gets a catch, and what a shot to the bottom right corner. Holy.
Faking out, everybody goes under. SirPeakz is trying to read it, and that's just a nice pin right off of your car, straight into the net. That's that corner of that Fennec that's very dangerous, and easily it's 2-2. And the ball's gonna go up in the corner. Ahmed's already waiting. He's gonna try to get over one, gets around one. KOS is gonna steal that off of him. Frost is gonna go over KOS. They got two in the corner. That's making everything awkward here. Taz has to retreat, also avoid a demo here. Gets dunked for his efforts. KOS might have tried to pick up the 100. Gets up the 100. Sees Nahzey waiting for him. Nahzey gets the read. Gets it done. Dumps it right to Ahmed. There's no one waiting for him. Ahmed's gonna go up. We got a free jump, double free jump. And now this is the Orange Town defense, and it actually goes all the way off. Frosty's gonna try to collect. Bangs it away. Tries to throw Orange off here a little bit. Or tries to read it. And Ahmed tried to wait. He was low on boost. I would say probably about 35 boost. And FrostBeard reads him like a book.
Yeah, I mean, one goal up here for this Desolation team. 1 minute and 41 seconds. One goal, anything can happen. And we just gotta see, it's already, I think this is already a better game than the last one. SirPeakz looking to catch the ball, taking their time. Gets a flick over one, goes for the 50 over two, but just not quite able to get there.
Not quite. Might be open net. It is, and I believe Nahzey was going to try to read Ahmed's touch, or at least Ahmed's bump here. There's just a misread. Yep, goes out when there's no one there. Taz doesn't need any boost, just to get a little tap on it and puts it in the net. And so far, you go up, you go down 1-0, come back 2-1, and now you're down 4-2. Now they got to find 2 goals just as fast as they did. And there's a double. Both teams try to run a fake kickoff play, end up faking each other. But so far, it doesn't hurt Desolation. They can actually just run all the timeout they want. Taz going up the wall, looking for a ceiling. Does not, gets denied by Ahmed. Ahmed goes up in the wall, gets the ceiling double, looking for the ground double, doesn't get that, so gets a wall double instead. He's just going crazy, using all his speed. Nahzey can actually gets demo for his effort. It's going to be a 2-on-1 unless Ahmed can get back. SirPeakz pre-jumped it. It's going to deny it, and Nahzey's going to slap it off the post, and Ahmed will carry it away. And so far, like, Immortals is just trying to hang on and not let any more goals go in here.
Yeah, I mean, they got 40 seconds here. It's still anyone's game, but it's getting, that window is getting closer and closer to shutting. They got to see if they can get at least 1 goal before 20 seconds, I feel. That's like the kind of sweet spot. And I said get 1 goal, but not give it up. And they don't. SirPeakz looking to catch. Fast to Nahzey. Nahzey, it's demos, sorry, for their efforts. That's an open net. And SirPeakz scores a little past that 20 mark. But they do still have 18 seconds here. If they can get another goal, it would be magical.
It would be magical indeed, and it's the physical play in the 50s that have actually really opened it up, especially if you're winning a lot of 50s and you decide to fake one. It kind of throws off, and there SirPeakz goes for a demo, almost leaves Nahzey out to dry. They got a player upfield that might be looking for a redirect. SirPeakz gets beat by Taz. They have 7 seconds to get to one side of the field and to the other with Blue prowling. They're not going to allow it. And so far, they're just waiting to see what's going to happen. FrostBeard's going to put a hand up. Ball gets away from him, and now it is 2-0 in favor of Desolation here.
Yeah, what do you think that this Immortals team needs to do if they want to bring it back?
I'm gonna piggyback off of my poor performance in Rival. I mean, the third man has to be a little bit more comfortable, just kind of sitting back. And it's one of those things like when you have fast teams, the rotations are extremely fast. But that's when the third man gets kind of caught out. So I think they just slow it down, go back to what they were doing. Let's say they got 3 goals. Most of it was off demos and 50 plays. Just that's where you're winning. That's what you want to win. Because right now, Desolation is having a lot more synergy connecting their passes, getting the double wall passes. Like, so you just have to take what you can get and don't get too greedy here.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's clearly been a significant push whenever they are able to cause the other team to be awkward or just do anything that incorporates bumps or demos. I think if they can add a little bit more of that, but not too much that they're causing themselves out of position, they could be in a great spot.
Most definitely. But FrostBeard really, really putting some work in here. Like I said, we wonder how they were going to fare it out J-Map, but right now FrostBeard said, don't worry. I'll put them in my backpack, even though the scores are clear across the board, almost even. But this is FrostBeard's kind of clear that he did have a cycle along with, I believe that was KOS, and right now there's a little bit of awkwardness. But Taz, great mechanics, gets over one, gets bumped out of the way. Here comes Peaks. Peaks is not in the Octane. Now we got a double commit upfield. He's going to tip it away. FrostBeard doesn't have boost, but just enough to stay in the play. Here comes KOS. Ahmed puts a hand up, can't beat one. Here comes Nahzey, denies him. Nahzey gets pushed off the wall just a little bit. Not enough boost to really keep up with it. And SirPeakz actually gets dribbled. Ahmed needs to put a hand up, does so. And right now we got another shot coming in. They got to secure their boost pads, and Desolation is slowly making it awkward by taking every boost they can out of the pads. And now FrostBeard's going to have it for free, but actually gets I would say the poorest touch. Doesn't want to give it away for free and give it too easily. KOS loses the ball, tries to gains it back, beats Nahzey, who pushes it away from him. And so far, it looks like Desolation's picking up from where they left off.
And KOS is going for a double. Sorry.
Okay.
FrostBeard gets the double.
Message you that she wasn't gonna have enough
Hey, Wes.
time.
Tried to get the double there. Not able to. SirPeakz is just not able to get that out. But FrostBeard's able to finish it. So, with a minute and 7 seconds gone here, they're already a goal up. Oh, KOS misses on that. Ahmed goes for the 50, not quite able to get it out. And we see SirPeakz. They can get out of the corner. A little off, but gets the 50 down. FrostBeard gets the demo on Ahmed. KOS goes up, tries to flick it over one. We see SirPeakz. They can get up. FrostBeard as well. One up with Nahzey. Ahmed looks for the pass across, but no one's there. Tried to get the angle to shoot, I assume. SirPeakz gets faked. Ahmed gets the bump. Nahzey there. We have FrostBeard. They can get into the corner. Gets it over one. Takes it across. Ahmed's there. Gets it over two. And leaves it there. 4 Taz going to KOS. Nahzey gets the ball off the corner. Gets a 50. Ahmed goes for another. Taz gets a great bang towards the rest of his teammates. KOS there. Gets a tap forward. You just see these players are playing great Rocket League right now. SirPeakz can't get a double on that, but Ahmed tried to finish it up, but FrostBeard was said no.
Playing great Rocket League indeed, and so far it's back and forth, even though they're down 1-0. Immortals have not went too far, and they're actually going to catch him on the back post. And honestly, I thought I was the only one that likes to cheat it. It goes right where he came from. That's probably one of the worst feelings you're going to get right now. KOS got caught. A little bit of awkward rotation. Because, not going to lie, the Immortals don't really shoot that much from that far out. So just kind of throws a trick one on KOS. KOS may not get caught again, but FrostBeard quick up. No one's got a hand up on him. Here comes Ahmed from the heavens. And now there's going to be a shot on target. No, it's going to be slightly off. Doesn't register. Ahmed only has a little bit of boost. Gets a block. FrostBeard also went in there with him. KOS has to be careful here because he might put his third man in awkwardness. Taz gets up one. He stole the 100. Now looking for a demo. Chasing down somebody. Misses everybody right off the post. And here we go. Desolation must be angry about that goal they gave up because now they're trying to bear down, stealing every bit of boost pad ever. You can see Orange scrambling for all the boosts here. KOS will get a free pop. No, there's another bump on the back end. SirPeakz gets a perfect 50 to the sidewall. Nahzey has 0. Misses another one, goes up the wall. He's looking for a bump. Can't get the bomb. SirPeakz is going to push it away. And for now, the Immortals are weathering the storm, but Desolation is slowly but surely pinching them down. They just knocked the third man out, but SirPeakz just knocked the first man out. And so far, Nahzey's phase 1 would take the ball instead of the boost. No one's up so far. Now it's SirPeakz versus Taz. Taz gets the tap down. Ahmed gets it away. And so far, this is where you're going to catch him on the counter. Frost doesn't have enough boost. Ahmed goes for the fake. Here comes Nahzey. Tries to do it again, but KOS will read that one.
We see Taz missing the ball. The SirPeakz is able to save that. That was a very risky play. Nahzey with low boost is beat by Taz. Taz looking to pass. Taz also gets the demo. KOS looking to shoot. SirPeakz catches. And it seems like a lot of demos are coming out of this team. What do you think of that?
The demo, I like the demos on the back end, man. That's how you're going to get the pressure away from him. Because look at this gap between Taz and his own teammates. He's going to lose the ball. It's going to be all SirPeakz. SirPeakz has to watch out. He could not see KOS, who actually jumped before the ball even touched his hood. That is just smart play. And here comes Desolation going for their own demo play. And it seems like we're going to have a battle in the midfield. Nahzey's going to take a soft shot. That actually beats FrostBeard. And every goal Nahzey has scored, he always puts it right behind him. That is a high player IQ right there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought of doing that. There's 16 seconds left, though. They go one game up in the series, and they still have to win another one to go 2-2, like me and you both said.
And it looks like Nahzey's going to have it again. He's going to have a hat trick in 4 shots. And honestly, you don't got to play defense if you're taking this many shots and it's going in the back of the net. 3-1, 13 seconds left, but 2 goals. If he had me at 3 goals, I'd give it to him, but 2 goals is just, you can't rest on your moral ground.
Yeah. See? Repeats, gets into the corner. Gets another touch around. Ahmed up. Oh, almost a great play out of this team. Just trying to build momentum going up into this fourth game. You know the team's not going to make changes, so if they can beat them here, they can beat them against at any time.
Anytime indeed, and so far, that one was actually a very clean game. We didn't see anything wrong, not the rotations, nothing like that. Desolation had to earn that goal. And so far, if you're Desolation, do you change up your play style? Now that you got beaten 3-1, I mean, one was a kickoff goal, the other two goals was Nahzey catching that rotation and trying to be a little bit too fast.
I think they just had to trust each other more. Like, they're playing great. And I mean, great bar soccer. If they can just continue to do that, I think they can take another game. Of course, I don't want that to happen. But as a caster, I have to say both teams. But Immortals just need to keep the same pressure they were at the end of right there. Like, they were just constantly peppering their net.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think I don't want to point it out, but Taz went, I believe he was either first or close to being top of the leaderboard in that first game. He's slowly dropping. He dropped to 200 or barely 300 last game. Now he got 100. And I think it was like 20, 130. Do you think he's getting a little bit of fatigue here? Because again, they're going to need him to step up here if they want to take that 3-1. And when he stepped up in those two games, they looked great. But now he's slowly sliding down that slope, and I don't think that's going to be good for his own mental battle here.
I mean, could it be that way? Or it could be that his teammates just kind of are warming up. Because as your teammate Free says, you carry from the bottom.
We do so indeed, and so far, Orange is slowly but surely getting down. They don't have the boost, but you don't really need a boost if you're doing what they were doing, which was keeping them very awkward. Now, I believe SirPeakz has changed his car for the, I think that's 3 or 2 car changes in 2 games. So, you know, placebo effect is also coming in for one of the players. We went from Infinite to Octane and changed the skin. But right now, we got Desolation trying to get out of here. But the thing I want to praise them about is that they always have boosts. I don't rarely see the third man without any boost. First man, yeah, because they're carrying it. But second and third man have enough to do something. And right now, here we go. Like we're talking about, first man doesn't have a lot. Makes it awkward. Third man, there's no boost pad back there. I think he was sitting on it. He's about to get demoed out by Ahmed. Does so. That's going to open back up. But Frost is going to get a 50. They're going to try to hold on here. Frost pushes it away. And now they have to regather themselves. But KOS is going to try to buy his teammates time. And now we got a bumping battle in the back, and so far it is just getting down and dirty mode.
Yeah, and I mean, Frosty trying to take it up. It's dunked by Ahmed, but there's just no one double commit. But it works out. It was a double commit, but it worked out for the team. SirPeakz is able to get it top left. Nahzey was also there, not sure where the angle was that they were aiming for, but it looked similar to what SirPeakz did.
Looks similar indeed, and so far, like I said, praising the Immortals on this, they're actually stopping Desolation in the midfield, because that's where all of it comes from for Desolation. They're stopping them in the midfield, even if they have boost or not. Even if they have boost or not, then they're just always there. And so far, Ahmed's gonna put it up in the air. And like I said, they don't have boost, but you don't need boost if you have the ball. You just keep it. Ahmed almost gets a 50 angle. I don't know if that was actually gonna go in. That was a very sharp angle, but so far, they're holding on to what they got. Desolation is holding on to what they got. They just need to get out, and there it is. KOS is going to try to put some pressure. They actually get the bug. Take the boost instead. Now this is where they start to get into it. This is where they start to seek their fangs. Here comes Taz, 0 boost. Here comes Falls, gets another 50. Here comes they need another one. It's going to finally get pushed through. And that's the counter I was talking about. Once they get out and they can get onto your boost pads, you are in a world of trouble.
Yeah, because they're constantly just grabbing the boost as they go in and out of the play. And so if they can just keep that up, it's going to be a very hard time for this Immortals team. But with 3 minutes left, we have Taz and he's going for the kickoff. Ahmed gets a touch. SirPeakz dove, but they need somebody there. Nahzey gets a touch, and that's another goal coming out of Nahzey. We're being 2-1 now with 2:42 left.
Some way, somehow Nahzey is fighting that corner or the other bottom corner, and every now and then he might snipe, but those bottom corners, I don't know. I don't know. Desolation could park 2 cars there, and I still figure he's gonna find that bottom corner. He has to drive it through you. Right here, Ahmed's gonna go up. Actually gets a phenomenal catch. Taz is gonna get beaten here. That's gonna be SirPeak. SirPeak, can he get down to it? No. KOS is gonna deny him that. Looking for a demo play. Taz almost gets Nahzey. Nahzey doesn't have enough boost. Needs to try to beat them before he loses it. Does so. And so far, that was a quick 1-2 for both teams. As I was speaking, and Nahzey to go all the way to their corner. Can he take the 100? No, he can't. Frost secures it, but the other boost is lost. Ahmed is driving on the pass to ensure they cannot get out of it. And Blue is now in trouble here. Ahmed's looking for it, gets a bump on KOS, but KOS fights through it. And so far, KOS is doing everything he can with no boost. Is with the 50 and gets our demo. Taz is going to go looking for the pass. But so far, no one was ready for it. Orange is going to be very awkward here. They're just trying to see if they can get out of here. And there's a ball up and over. But now I got to praise KOS because anytime he's on 0 boost, he almost always makes something happen here. It's either the 50 or he did, but right now they're getting pushed out. Ahmed is getting shut down. And now we're getting to that point where one team really wants to get the 2-2 and one team really wants to 3-1 here.
Yeah, I mean, dropping 2 games at the beginning is very hard to come back from. Like, it takes a very strong mental game to do that. And they almost dropped another goal, but that is going to be troublesome because that's going to tie it up with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. They left their back line open, and this is what happened.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about in game 2. They smelt the blood in the water, they went for the shot, and they hit the top bar. If it was just a little bit in, they would have been fine, but that bar pushed it out, and now they're on a play here. Here comes Taz, air dribble over 1, just looking for the double. Doesn't need a double, I believe that's just a crossbar in, and quickly have the tables have turned on this game. Taz waking up and gets it in. I think he pushed it in at the last second. It is a double on the crossbar. It might have been crossbar down and in, but now we got to see how tough the mentality is. As we were saying, Bo, you were down 2-0, got one back, and now you gave up a lead. And so far, Ahmed is going for it, cannot get it, and that's going to go all the way out. Everybody's reloading on boost at the moment.
Yeah, and you have Frost. Get a 50 towards midfield. Peaks there. Ahmed looking to play this, but not quite actually. See Ahmed get a touch out. You have 2 people up. Nahzey just had 0 boost here. Not a good chance for them. Gets a 50 by SirPeakz. Ahmed looking to go. 1 pop. Gets stumped. But you gotta see how this team responds. I mean, 20 seconds, down 1. Crunch time.
That's going to be a pinch. Does that snipe that? Wouldn't it? No. And so far, it's a ball up. And right now, they're looking for a Nahzey. Just trying to put it up in the air, try to put something under it. So far, Desolation's going to shut them down. There's going to be a chip to the corner. It's going to be awkward here. 1 second, the ball's going to hit, and it will be a 1-3 or 1-3 for Immortals, 3-1 for Desolation. And honestly, I could go for a few more games if we could watch them. The games were not that bad at all. They weren't even, besides the first game, if you look at the scoreline only. The games were relatively close, Bo.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with you. That was probably the best game of the series. Like, just constant back and forth. Desolation coming in, getting a comeback with 2 goals back to back with each other. And just, unfortunately, Immortals just weren't able to pull it out to get the 2-2. But I think talking about scores and stuff, who do you think was the MVP of the series?
I mean, he just went and got himself another cycle. I believe that was 3 straight games of a cycle. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that to FrostBeard because I mean, I believe he didn't drop a cycle in that 3rd game. I think he got one in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th game. So he drops a cycle, you win the game, and I mean that's what you got to go for. Yeah, you drop a cycle, we win. That's the MVP for me.
Fair enough. I'm leaning towards Frost as well. I was either going to go with Frost or KOS because KOS, their shot were a big difference maker whenever they happened. Because they're just very mechanical shots. But we see that this team still ended up winning despite not having J Knot. We'll see what the future holds for them.
Oh yes, and seeing Jane up in the in the these or in the Twitch chat, but I'm not gonna shout myself out, but shout out to Infinity and his Horizon. Like they did tough teams. I like their rival team gave it to us as well. But I mean, is there anything else you want to say, Bo, before we go ahead and close it out? Also, if you want your team on stream, I believe match day 10 just got picked up and match day 9's already covered. So you have to wait till Wednesday if you want to go ahead and jump on match day 11. But anything else, Bo?
Nothing for me.
Yeah, and that is all. We do have another stream match. Another World Warriors team will be on that Wednesday. They will be taking on. It'll be in the rivals area. But before we go, Boa, thank you for casting with me and phenomenal production from Russ. Like I said, couldn't do anything about it if we didn't have him producing because I can't produce worth anything right now. But have a good night, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you guys Wednesday.
Have a great night.